Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So once again, it is update time. And you know I'm shooting videos in December because my Christmas fox is here. Say hi, Christmas fox. So about 9 months ago, I made a video about this photo. It was a sonar image taken of what a company thought might be Amelia Earhart's long-lost airplane. A lot of press took place surrounding this image, and I got a lot of comments on my video that ranged from, "I hope it is, let's solve this mystery," to "there is no way that is her airplane." And I remember at the time saying, for the love of all that is holy, get a submersible down there and look, like ASAP. Like, if we even have a sliver of a chance of solving this thing, let's be sure, like super sure. Well, they followed my advice. Yes, my advice. And they sent a submersible down there to look, and yeah, it was rocks. But you guys have to see these photos. I mean, these are the most plain-y looking rocks I have ever seen. I mean, I kind of feel bad for Tony Romeo and the Deep Sea Vision team because I'm looking at these photos and I'm like, come on. This is like such a mean trick by Mother Nature. So let's take a look at these updated photos and what it means for the future of the hunt for Amelia Earhart's long-lost airplane. So like I said, in February 2024, Tony Romeo of Deep Sea Vision, a deep sea exploration company, released this grainy gold sonar image about 16,000 feet down in the Central Pacific. And at the time, Deep Sea Vision trumpeted this image as the possible discovery of Amelia Earhart's Lockheed Electra, which disappeared in early July 1937 on her way to Howland Island. Deep Sea Vision was on a 100-day expedition in the Central Pacific where Earhart disappeared when they captured this image. Now, in my original video, I explained that this image is a sonar image, and it is captured when sound waves are sent by sonar at a low frequency, which translates to a low resolution. David Jordan, an engineer at a company called Nauticos, which has led its own expedition in search of Earhart, explained that the sound wave, because it's so big, can't see fine detail. It can be distorted by reflections, like taking a picture of a mirror. Promising images on a second look sometimes turn out to be something else entirely, like a geological formation. Yeah. Now, at the time, Romeo said in an interview that the next step is confirmation. We've got to go back out with different sorts of sensors and really photograph it well and take a look at how the artifact is sitting on the seabed. Romeo said that the next step would be to get a remotely operated vehicle to the ocean floor to take pictures and evaluate the condition of the presumed aircraft. And they did that. And on November 6th, 2024, Deep Sea Vision's Instagram posted this photo and statement. After 11 months, the waiting has finally ended. And unfortunately, our target was not Amelia's Electra 10E, just a natural rock formation. As we speak, DSV continues to search, now clearing almost 7,700 square miles. The plot thickens with still no evidence of her disappearance ever found. Let us know what you think. Did she run out of gas near Howland Island? And I mean, look at this rock formation, guys. I mean, this is the most aeronautical looking rock formation I think I've ever seen. Again, speaking as a total non-aviation expert, nature, this is a pretty mean rock formation. And Romeo seemed to agree with me. He told CNN on November 21st that his team revisited the site at the beginning of November and used an autonomous underwater vehicle, or AUV, to capture a high-resolution image, which revealed this rock formation. He said, "Talk about the cruelest rock formation ever created by nature. It's almost like somebody did set those rocks out in this nice little pattern of her plane, just to mess with somebody out there looking for her." And in a bit of a mysterious hint, Romeo also told NPR over email that the plot has thickened and we plan to dig deeper. Which I'm not sure if he's implying that this rock formation was created to mess with him, or if he's talking about that there are some other clues to the whereabouts of Amelia's plane. But he did not seem so disappointed as to give up. Romeo went on to say, "While we were disappointed by our recent findings, we fully expect to find Amelia's plane wherever she may be hiding. The search map that we've created has added a great deal of intrigue to where Amelia could have possibly disappeared." And again, clearly an additional 7,700 square miles of searching is not nothing. That's clearly very helpful when the area is as vast as this. But as of right now, Deep Sea Vision is actually headed to American Samoa for an unrelated seafloor mineral project. Also, they are not without a sense of humor about this whole thing, as this is the merch they are currently selling on Instagram. And I gotta say, I kind of want one. But humor aside, Romeo and his team do seem to be genuinely surprised that this turned out to be a rock formation, as they seem to think, at the very least, that it was going to be another downed aircraft from a similar era. He said to CNN, "We didn't pop any champagne bottles on the first time around because we wanted to be 100% sure. But there was a somber moment. I think everyone just kind of took a little bit of time, little space, and then we recollected ourselves and we got right back to work on searching some new areas that we wanted to search." So while it was not the update that the team was expecting, Romeo and other experts say that hope shouldn't be lost for one day finding closure for the aviation legend. Romeo says that his team may not be back in the area to search farther until 2026 due to other missions. "It'll be some time before we get back out there," he added, "but we want to find it, and I believe we will." And Deep Sea Vision is certainly not the only game in town when it comes to searching for Earhart's plane. Nauticos, which I mentioned earlier, is based in Maine and has conducted operations for the lost aircraft in the past. And they recently finished an analysis of what it believes to be high probability areas for where the plane could be found based on radio data. And the remaining area left to be searched could possibly be covered in one more expedition, said David Jordan. And Jordan really helped illustrate how hard finding Earhart's plane is, and obviously has been. He said that searching for objects on the seafloor is like searching for a contact lens on a football field in the dark using a pen light for illumination. It can be done, it just takes careful, methodical work. And for him, he says sonar images do have their place. The quality of the sonar data is important, as is keeping track of where you searched and not missing any spots along the way. So I feel like he's saying the sonar can help give you a few hints at what needs to be looked at in more detail, but maybe just don't go all in on those hints. Because yes, sometimes it can turn out to be the most famous missing airplane in the world, and other times it just turns out to be a bunch of rocks that look like an airplane, that look a lot like an airplane. That is a real thing. And I actually looked back at my community posts because I thought I remembered doing a poll after my original video, and I totally did. And drum roll please, you guys totally crushed it. 33% of you at the time, which was the majority of votes, said this discovery was gonna be a bunch of rocks. And it was. So hats off to all of you. So let me know what you guys think. I mean, clearly at the time, the vast majority of you thought that this was gonna be a bunch of rocks, but did you think it was gonna be a bunch of rocks that looked this much like an airplane? I mean, maybe it's just me, but like, wow. I am sorry, Mr. Romeo. That must have been tough. But I will keep an eye on this because you never know. I mean, this would be the discovery of the century, right? To finally be the one to find Amelia Earhart's plane. I mean, assuming any part of it would still be intact. But I was hugely impressed with how much of the Hunley, that Civil War submarine that I saw in Charleston, was intact when they discovered it in the 90s. And that thing's more than twice as old as Amelia Earhart's plane. So you never know. The ocean can do funny things. Okay, that's it for now. That is the update. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next video.